Hello everyone, welcome to my video and thank you for joining me. I am going to be featuring this stamp set right here. Actually it's a bundle because I also bought the dies to go with it, and I'm going to demonstrate that for you in one of the cards. So this is called Framed Florets. I'm also going to use this stamp set here for the sentiments in the card. Okay, let me turn the camera down and we'll get started. Okay, here's the pretty card that I'm going to be demonstrating today. This is a beautiful Christmas card. And like I said, it's the framed florets. There's 13 stamps in this set. And also, I like to keep my dies stored right inside the set, so they're handy when I have them there together. I don't have to go looking for them. And there's several dies that go with it. I put my dies on these magnetic folders that you get. They're the kinds that you get. I get mine from Home Depot. They're actually magnetic vent covers, and I just cut them to size. You probably can get the right size that you want online, but I usually just get these. Anyway, I'll be talking more about these later. And so I want to get started making the card. And I like another feature how Stampin' Up! Has the print of the stamp that I'm going to be using. Now I'm going to be using this stamp right here, and I've already got it inked up, and I'm going to put that right down on this paper right here. Let me move all this aside, and I'm going to stamp this, and I'm going to do some coloring. So let me ink this up real good. I'm moving my table, I see. This is the black Memento ink. Okay, let me ink it up for you. Then I'm going to do some coloring. Now on this one here I use the Stays On, and so I also have tried it with the Memento, black Memento ink, and it actually works just as good. So the two colors that I used was the Real Red, and I used the green, Granny Apple Green. The light color, the Granny Apple Green. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and color in some of the leaves to show you how easy these are alcohol marker pens, blender pens. But anyway, I've got one that is all done, and that is this one right here, to save time so I won't be coloring. But I use the Real Red and the Granny Apple Green. I use the light and the dark on this one, but on this one I used just the dark red. Okay, so anyway, and I use this 3D folder to make this print on the card. You can see that I have the folder back here, which was so fun and easy to use. The 3D folders, you use your cut and emboss machine, and the directions are right there for embossing and for doing the cutting. So, and then I wanted to show you this one right here too, for the middle of that, for this red oval right here. What I used was this right here die. Let me show you. I use this die, and what happens when you use this die, it cuts out two pieces. You can see it cuts the oval frame around the inner frame. So when you just run it through your Big Shot, or actually we don't have the Big Shot anymore. It's called the cut and emboss machine. The Big Shot is the one by Sizzix that we used to use. But this one here, die, cuts both of these pieces, which is so cool. And I'm only going to use this one right here, this die. Let me get that out and show you. And that one was this one to cut this one right here. So I'm using the inner piece of this die that I cut, if that makes any sense to you. So I've already done it ahead of time to save some space on the video. So anyway, let me put those aside. I'll put this back here. And also I used this die here to cut these sprigs right here. So I cut a couple of them. You can see it's on the card here. And I've already done that. And I used this die here to cut this out. So there's so many variations that you can use on this card. Let me put these back over here so I don't lose them. And then, let's see. Okay, I stamped with the sentiment from the other stamp set that I was telling you about, the Festive, framed and Festive. I use the Christmas sentiment for that. May this season be filled with peace and joy. It's a beautiful sentiment. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started putting this card together for you. Before I do that, I wanted to show you the beautiful paper that we have that comes. If you buy the whole set, you get the paper, you get the bundle, plus you get those little gold gems right here that I put on it. So I'll be showing you that later too. Okay, now this paper here is what I use to get that little piece of decoration for the front of the card. And then here's the other side of it. I'll show you the paper really quick. It's beautiful, beautiful paper. And then I like this one right here because you can actually use one of the dies to cut out and get like some of these right here. And that's what I did on the one card. I'll show you that later. I love how the die coordinates with the paper, so you can cut out the flowers and then you don't have to do any coloring if you don't want to, if you're more in a hurry. So here's a pretty color. And our paper's 12 by 12 inches and it's two-sided. You get your choice of which side you want to use. Sometimes it's hard to decide. The paper's so beautiful. And then here's the two more. The last two. You get 12 pieces, 6 different designs. Okay, there we go for the paper. So now I'm just going to go ahead and glue this card together for you. I'm going to go over there and get my glue. I will be right back. Okay, I have my glue here. I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to glue this piece here onto the panel piece, and there you can see when you run this through the machine and emboss it, it shrinks the paper up a little bit, so then you're going to have to tweak it and cut it just a little bit more, and I can see that I'm going to have to do that. So let me get it on there and we'll see how much I have to cut off. Just a tad bit, I see. Okay, get that on there straight. Get my scissors here, and you can see it's just hanging over just a little bit right there. It's good to trim it afterwards rather than having it too short. There, now it's perfect. Okay, so then I think what I did on this card here, I put this on with dimensionals. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that with this one also. So you can see there's a design on both sides. One is de-embossed, the other one is embossed where it's raised. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the raised side. Take these off. I put about 5 or 6 dimensionals on this to raise it up a little bit. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, then I'm going to put it onto our card, our base card. Let me see if I can get this on here even. Okay, there we go. So now we're ready to assemble our card. What I want to do first is, I think what I want to do is glue this on next. You can see this has got little design inside it too. If I get up close, you can see it. Let me decide how I want to do this. Looking at the card there. So what I'm going to do is put some glue on it. Actually, you can make sure you put the glue on the right side. I'm just going to put a little bit around it on each side here. Go around the circle. This is our multi-purpose glue. Okay, let me center this in here the way I want it. I think that is about right. Make sure it's straight. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So then what I want to do, I think, is I'm going to put a couple of these on there. Put one here. And I think I put one down here. I didn't have that on the other one, but I think I'm going to. So you don't need a whole lot of glue for these. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue here on the middle. I can get my glue going here. Sometimes I like to have the sprigs kind of sticking out a little bit. Okay, let me get the glue on this one. Okay, there we go. Let's see. And I put the glue. I actually put the glue on the wrong side, so I'm going to show you a hack. What you can do, if you do that wrong, you can just blot it off. Let me see. No, I guess I did do it on the right side. But if you ever do put glue on the wrong side, or you've got glue where you don't want it, you can put baby powder on your glue, and it takes the sticky right off. So what I'm going to do, I guess I did it right in the first place. There's another one that needs to come out. Okay, there we go. I thought I boo-booed, but I didn't. Okay, great. So then I'm going to use dimensionals on this, I think. Okay, so let me go to my dimensionals. I love these Stampin' Dimensionals. Now you can see where I colored that. These pens here, these alcohol markers, the Stampin' Blends, they do go through to the other side of the card. So if you're going to do that, you're going to want to make sure that you are not going to have it like on the front of your card, because when you open up the card, then it's going to show through and you'll see that color, but you're not going to want to do that. So you're going to want to always layer when you're doing the Stampin' Blends. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right there. I like it that. I think that's pretty, just like that. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to put this in here, which I should have done. Yeah, this is going to work out just right. You want to get it right in there in the middle. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this. Okay, what you're going to want to do is put your saying in before you put the little swag thing on here. So I goofed. So I'm gonna put some glue on this and hold it, lift it up a little bit and get that in there. The only thing I put dimensionals on was, let me see if I can get this in here straight. Bring it over just a little bit and press it down. Whoops, I gotta move up. Move up a little. Okay, let me get this close to me so I can eyeball it. Sorry, ladies. I'm trying to get this on here straight. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that was on dimensionals, so it didn't matter. So anyway, and then I've got this cute little bow. I made this little bow to put on instead of this one. So I don't know whichever one which one do you like best? Which bow do you like? Let me get that little bow on there. You could use one of those glue dots to put that on. So I don't know. I think I like the little bow better. So anyway, I've got a couple other cards to show you that I made with this set. Let me find them. What did I do with them? Okay, hang on a second. Let me look for the cards. Here they are. Okay, so here's all three cards right here. Here's this one and this one and this one. Okay, now this is a birthday wish, and you can see where I cut out, I used the die and I cut out from the paper, and then this one here was some of the designer series paper that I used, and I cut this out with the gold. I thought it turned out really pretty. Anyway, if you like this video and you want to purchase this set, you can go on to my store. It's not in the current catalog right now, but it's gonna be in the next catalog. If you guys are interested in getting it, you can get it right now. And the DSP that I just showed you, that is called Fitting Florets, and that is also in my store. You can see it if you just go into pattyhargrove.stampinup.net. That's my store address, and you can get all these. And then here is the swirls, the gold swirls, if you want to see those that I put on. I didn't put it on that last card, but I will before I send it out. And I hope you guys are enjoying my video. This is called, the folder that I use, it's a 3D folder. It's called Painted Textures. I'm gonna post all this on the description of my video if you're interested in seeing any of that. So just make a comment and subscribe to my video, and you will see every one that I make. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.